All right, so recording started. For those of you watching the recording later on, because everybody here is not watching a recording, you get the advantage of watching how the show starts, watching the tick down, because we get the show on the air via the internet, and so you're going to hear our live countdown. Hey, if anybody from the construction company wants to come over and, give yourselves a plug, that would be kind of fun. Aaron, we're not on the air yet, but if you want to give the construction company a plug on the air, that would be a kind of a good thing. Oh. Sweet. All right, I gotta call them now. Stand by.
You want to steal that out of your fingertips?
Yes, I'm done with that for now.
I want to shoot your t-shirt.
Please, let's get that out of camera view when we're getting ready to do this.
Of course, Steve.
I'm just stating what I don't.
The obvious, yes, right.
I don't say it. People are gonna say, "Well, you didn't say anything."
Not my first broadcast, bro. Okay, one of charge figures off of this onto the thing. Okay, I'll hook you up with this US.
Bob's gonna have to help you with it.
There you go.
Aaron. It's this here. Hey,
It's not the same?
so
No, you're right, great.
So we got what, 3 minutes? 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Stand by. I gotta get. You're gonna have to give me a countdown because
I'm gonna need a chair if we're gonna have next door here.
Normally.
Come on. Are we able to? Do we have everybody in frame here, Bob? Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So here's Denise right here. She doesn't take up a lot of space. Here's me next to Denise. How's that? Better?
What's that? Yes. Seconds. Got a minute and 40 seconds to air. Check, hello, check. Oh. Check, okay, good. Everybody, karaoke the Foo Fighters.
All the bad shit that we say on this show was Rick Thompson's fault. All the responsibility solely rests on the guy that the law cannot find. 3 seconds.
I have no sound effects to play with, so if we're gonna have to do any snoring or crickets, we have to make them ourselves.
Like CeeLo Green.
Give me a 10-second countdown.
So we don't have any lying bitches things to get me in trouble with?
Ideas and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the show participants only. Nothing stated in this program reflects the ideas, opinions, or beliefs of this radio station and/or Clear Channel Radio.
You know, it's a new trend involving America's moms. Along with packing school lunches and reading bedtime stories, many moms are also smoking marijuana. Let's see how David Martin is spinning this one in the News Remixed.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the News Remixed. Oh, looks like it's time for this week's lottery pick. Good luck, everyone.
Number 18.
Oh, rats. Oh. We have a winner.
It's very exciting. It's very gratifying. I've personally put in hundreds and hundreds of hours of hard work.
That sounds a bit like a gambling. Oh, this is the Arizona Medical Marijuana Lottery. Right. The state has 100 spots for dispensaries, but 5 times that number in applications. Hence the bingo lottery.
Number 18.
Got it. Thank you. Whether medicinal or recreational, marijuana use is a hot topic in the news.
You would be amazed at how many moms smoke weed.
What?
You had moms smoking weed in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Well, YouTube's mecca is onto something. A fascinating New York Post article came out recently that addressed marijuana moms and their everyday lives.
All of a sudden, they're happy and playful, you know?
Really? Our friends at the Gentleman's Rant on YouTube see it differently.
I don't want any of your pot-raised crispy treats because the last time I ate one, I spent 15 minutes trying to close a drawer that was already closed.
Okay, I'm off topic. Back to moms and marijuana.
A lot of women are taking prescription pills, while they're watching their kids. Marijuana works way better than any pill I've ever taken in my life.
Well, the Post interviewed moms who thought the pot helped cope with stress. And heck, you'll find moms like Jessica Gottlieb on YouTube encouraging marijuana legalization.
Moms, I'm begging you. Let's get marijuana legal because you know what? It'll make it safer for our kids.
What?
Your children, they are going to try it. They are going to buy their pot from a coke dealer. That's what makes it a gateway drug. If you can grow it in your backyard, it won't really be that much of an issue now, will it?
Can of worms closed. The New York Post also talks to the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. That group says more moms are using weed to replace alcohol and anti-anxiety pills, claiming that marijuana is a more organic stress relief.
Potheads love to tell you how natural weed is, but just because something is natural doesn't make it completely safe. You know what else is natural? Bears.
We'd love to hear your opinion about moms and marijuana on Facebook.com/The News Remixed and Twitter. Now with one last clip. Oh, is this the real lottery? All right, here we go.
Number 18.
Countdown to launch. It's the Medical Marijuana
Launch commit.
Radio show.
Guidance is internal. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. Power cleared. Roll program.
The Medical Marijuana Radio Show is a production of the Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855-MMM Radio. Keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal. Hey. You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855-MMM Radio. Keep it legal, keep it legal.
Hey folks, we are live out on Woodward at the Dream Cruise in Detroit.
Okay, Steve is the host with the co-host Denise. Starting at noon Saturdays every week. Yes, we keepin' you legal. Legislators and lawyers, doctors and the growers. The show is for the people. Michigan Medical Marijuana, no hassle. We talk about anything, any issue we can handle. Call us up and let us know what is on your mind. And make sure when you do it legal every time. Hey. You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855-MMM Radio. Keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal. Hey. You tuned in to that Medical Marijuana Show. 855-MMM Radio. Keep it legal, keep it legal, keep it legal.
All right.
Keep it legal.
You know, it's been a great morning out here on Woodward at the Dream Cruise. This is the Medical Marijuana Radio Show for, what is today? Today's the 18th of August, 2012.
Already.
Out here broadcasting live in Ferndale On 1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk. We actually have speakers this time. This is the first time we've ever done the speakers. Oh, feedback.
We're learning as we go.
First time jitters, yes.
There you go. So, welcome to the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. I'm patient and caregiver Steve Green. To my side,
Denise Policella, medical marijuana attorney.
And?
Co-host.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Denise.
Wasn't sure how many adverbs and adjectives we were looking for. Co-host.
Rick?
Rick Thompson, impatient and careless.
Impatient and careless.
I'm not a patient, impatient and careless.
Ryan.
No, Aaron with Starkey & Sons Construction, the lot that we're at.
Aaron.
Aaron, I was introducing Ryan, our intern.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Hello,
okay.
Steve. Aaron, that's fine.
Hey, you're welcome.
Aaron's our guest.
Look, we're Aaron's guest, I think. That's more like it.
He's provided us with this great place to be broadcasting from today, right on Woodward Avenue. I mean, you can't get any better than this.
You're our host? Yes. Can I get a beer?
Whoa! Making demands already. We just got.
I was just wondering.
Look, it's not
the
that
party
kind of host.
store's across the street, and I am not crossing Woodward.
You're probably right. You're not going to cross Woodward.
Not.
In case you haven't seen Woodward, I mean, we are streaming up on RadioWeedShow.com, incidentally. Look at right now. You've got a picture, a shot. If you're watching online, you can see us. But look at the great, awesome cars that are out crossing Woodward. Oh, there's the coppers.
Yeah.
You got to have the coppers.
There are some beautiful.
Do they have some
beautiful
classic
cars,
cars up here?
They do. They've had some amazing fire engines. I saw some old school fire engines, some old school police cars. I mean, all kinds of different genres, from the high end Spiders and Lamborghinis all the way back to some of the classic Model Ts. Everything you might possibly want in automobiles is here today.
I saw a couple sweet Mustangs.
Somebody needs to put that poor microphone up in front of Aaron. It's kind of hard for Aaron to bend his neck. He's got a neck brace on.
We're not being very compassionate to the patient here.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Welcome to the show.
No, thank you for letting us out here, Aaron. Aaron, tell them the name of your construction company.
We're based out of Detroit, Michigan. It's called Starkey & Sons Construction. We do a lot of commercial interiors, remods, stuff like that.
You do residential too?
Some residential, but we do 90% commercial. We work for a lot of groups downtown, stuff like that, a lot of high rises.
Is that exclusively carpentry work, or did you do cement work also?
We're a general contracting company, so we do pretty much everything.
Excellent. Good. And broadcasting and working right out of the D, supporting the revitalization of the Michigan's largest city. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Heck to the yeah. So, you guys have a party out here every year?
Every year, yeah. This is I believe our 6th year consecutive year that we've had it. Actually, who owns this lot is one of our companies that we work for that are downtown, and they give it to us every year.
Give them a plug. Tell them who they are. I mean, do they want to be plugged?
A Sterling Group out of downtown. They're located at 333 4th Street.
4th Street, downtown Detroit.
Yes.
Heck yeah, the Sterling Group.
Yeah, Sterling Group.
So thanks a lot, you guys, for letting us be out here. We couldn't be on the air from the cruise without the cooperation of these fine folks.
Yep. And of course, broadcasting on AM 1310, Detroit's Progressive Talk.
WDTW, yes. And then also the people at Woodward Health Solutions, just up the street.
Just down the street, yes.
Up the street, down the street. Yep. What is it, a river?
Yep, McNichols and Woodward, which is really just about 3.5 miles south of where we're at right now. They have an open house today with the farmers market, and they're probably listening to the broadcast as we speak.
Hey, Red Dog, Mr. McShane.
Woo! Red Dog.
So you know Red Dog? Yes. Heck yeah.
Yes.
Everybody knows Red Dog.
We got to say hi to Marvin and Greg Pulowski and all the good guys out there at Woodward Health Solutions, working hard.
Chris Collins and Missy Griggs and
Chris
all
Collins
the folks
is out there?
Yes, sir.
Chris is everywhere.
Yeah, they're going to be open up 7 days a week now, they're saying. So that's very
They're
good.
going to start a farmer's market and stuff down there.
They have a farmer's market going on right now, right up until 5 o'clock today. Patients and caregivers welcome to come by.
Now, where are they exactly? They're on Woodward?
They're on Woodward, 2 blocks north of McNichols, which is 6 Mile.
In Detroit.
It's in Detroit, the only place that has a brand new paint job on it. It's easy to find. Plus, they have a little sign out on Woodward that says 24-hour video.
Yes.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
It's a good landmark. It's a good 24-hour video.
People know this location. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Not our community, but maybe some of the people in our community. But
so Woodward Health Solutions, it's a brand new, it's a safe access model. It's pretty much they're doing a like the farmer's market style kind of thing in there.
That's a distribution model, is a farmer's market. But really what it is, it's a community center. It's designed to be a place to host meetings. There's a compassion club that meets there every Tuesday. There have been some additional meetings that have been scheduled there too. Plus they're going to be doing something special for Halloween, I understand, as well. So,
Aaron, have you had a chance to go down and check out the new place yet?
Oh yeah, I've been there a few times. I stopped in last night after I left here, and then I met Rick and Greg the other day for a full tour of the place. Quite, it's a good place. Clean. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
You might have to talk a little more direct. Yeah.
It's very clean. You know what I'm saying? It's not a hole in the wall, but you can't beat it where it's at. It's a good place, good location.
Hey, look, that place is going to be badass when he gets done with it.
Yeah. By the time they get all their members and stuff, get really
well, and
rolling,
they've really done a good job with equipping it with really nice modern furniture and comfortable stuff. It's really got an awesome ambience in there without even giving. Sorry, Denise, I'm choking Denise with my cigarette. Sorry. See, I don't get a chance to smoke at the 1310, so I get a tent and some sunshine. I'm smoking.
How did I get stuck next to you? And now I know why the seat was open.
Pushing those boundaries. Yeah, the seat's always open next to you.
Stay away from Stinky over there.
No. But for anybody that may have visited the Woodward Health Solutions location prior to this this revitalization, it's completely different now. You don't have to have any old conception about what it is. Stop by for a tour. I think you'll be very, very surprised. It's incredibly nice. It's incredibly convenient. And of course, Detroit's the happening place.
All right, so now I don't have any sound effects out here to play because I can't play the crickets. I can't play I can't play all the fun stuff. And so therefore, I also can't play the sound effects that go with the contest. But it doesn't mean we can't have the contest today.
Yeah.
We should have the contest. Now, here's the other thing. There's a short in the wire that connects the phone to the system here. So I really can't even put callers on. But if you'd like to head out, if you're out at the Dream Cruise, you're listening to the show on 1310, if you want to stop by and you listened to the show before, we'll ask you a simple question. And we've got at least a consolation prize, and I can tell you that we've got 2 consolation prizes we'll give you.
Wow.
If you lose. If you win, you can pick between a Dragon Light vaporizer, an easy vaporizer from Puff Danny's on Fort Street in Wyandotte, or you can choose the Bolt. The Bolt.
Speaking of Mike McShane,
it is Red Dog.
Red Dog on the red Vespa.
Look at that. I mean,
don't run over the scooter.
We have to get a picture of this because this is definitely picture worthy with the Red Dog.
The red Vespa, the red hair,
look,
the outfit is all
get him on camera there. Look at
there we go.
That's Red Dog on camera for you guys. I don't know.
The medical marijuana patient and caregiver, Michael McShane, famous for marijuana cures cancer.
I'll have to talk to him in just a bit. It looks like I don't have the stupid clock going. I can't tell what. Okay, yeah, we're rolling up on a break here pretty quick. So let's tell people what they can do. Where are we at? How can people find us on the drag out at the Woodward Dream Cruise?
Well, the easiest way to do it is just a little bit north of 9 Mile on Woodward itself. Realize that 9 Mile's closed at Woodward, so you have to take one of the side streets. We're right next to the other play store, which is Cirilla's Adult Toys and Novelties, right next to us here.
We're between Cirilla's, the Adult Toys and Novelties place, and the Planned Parenthood. Go figure how did that happen? I'm not sure exactly how that occurred.
Natural progression.
My life is good. My life is good.
So now we're hitting the break. You guys can't hear the music. I can hear the music. We're headed to break. We'll be right back with more from the Woodward Dream Cruise. It's the Medical Marijuana Radio Show on 1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk.
Steve and Denise will be right back on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. The Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
The law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069. Introducing the Bolt, an incredible tool patients and caregivers find invaluable. It's widely known that concentrates are an effective yet expensive quick fix for pain and nausea, but oils and earwax are messy and easy to waste. The Bolt is made of titanium, just a dab, easy to use. No mess, no expensive waste. Get the Bolt of the new Thunderbolt, made in the USA, right here in Michigan. Details on how to equip your club or dispensary at the-bolt.com or call 586-540-7582. The Bolt, 586-540-7582.
If you or someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
Medical marijuana certification. And now you can find out everything you need to know online at getpotid.com. Or write down this toll-free number, 855-DOC-CERT. A friendly specialist will direct you to our Farmington Hills office. Medical marijuana certification. GetPotID.com. It's the key to getting your card. Information, resources, and in the end, if you're qualified, a medical card. Call toll-free right now, 855-DOC-CERT. That's 855-DOC-CERT. It's GetPotID.com. The Medical Marijuana Radio Show is the most listened to show like it in the state, #1. And there's no wonder. We take our listeners to amusement parks and give away awesome prizes just for listening. Get your product or service known to patients and caregivers and reach this group like never before. Call 810-423-2350. YouTube, Ustream, and social media in combination with 1310 WDTW and RadioWeedShow.com give you huge visibility. Affordable, effective advertising is here. Call 810-423-2350 now. Michigan Organic Solutions in Flint. Patients and caregivers joining together to provide premium quality medical marijuana, edibles, clones, and other natural products and accessories to eligible patients. Now get newly certified for just $99. $99. Or renewed for just $69. That's right, doctor renewals for just $69. Now at Michigan Organic Solutions, Dort Highway, Flint. And don't miss their Ann Arbor Medical Marijuana Conference at the Clarion in Ann Arbor next weekend. Michigan Organic Solutions.
MIOrganicsolutions.com. The Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Detroit Woodward Dream Cruise. Woo! On the Medical Marijuana Radio Show on 1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk. See, we're having a great time out here. If you haven't got a chance to come down to the Dream Cruise, you can catch us all day long.
That was a cool little dune buggy just went by.
Buggy.
Oh man, I gotta put the camera on.
There are some beautiful, beautiful little cars going by
I gotta
here.
put the camera on the street so people can see the stuff going by.
See, no, I'm not a huge, like, the Cadillacs and the Impalas don't do that much for me, but the Mustangs and the Camaros, the muscle cars, those are so pretty. I'm watching those every time one of those goes by. I'm like, ooh.
I can honestly say I was never a big car guy until I got down here to the Dream Cruise and started seeing them like up close and in person. They turn you on a lot more when you're up close to them.
They do, don't they?
Well, they're pieces of art.
They really are. I'm born and raised in Flint, so I'm used to muscle cars and all kinds of American muscle growing up with them. And you really have an appreciation for it when you start ripping things out and putting it back into these things. I haven't done that for a long time, and I almost got a desire to get into an engine here, too.
Nice.
As I watch some of these beautiful machines go by.
You know, I'm absolutely kicking myself because I had a 1978 silver blue Firebird with white leather interior. That thing was absolutely
white leather interior.
Badass.
It's probably
and
down
it was a
here
V8.
with a different owner.
It was gorgeous, and I can't believe I didn't keep it.
Wow.
I had that thing when I was a teenager.
I bet
and
you
I
look
should
good
have
in
kept
that,
it.
too.
I did. I look good and everything, but
white
that's not
leather
the point. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car, and the thing was a machine. I mean, it was a V8. It just tore. It was fantastic.
If you've ever had an automobile that you really fell in love with and you lost touch with it, it slipped by the wayside, come down to Woodward Dream Cruise today, and I bet you'll be able to reconnect.
That's true.
If not with that specific automobile, with something else that makes you just as happy. Because from the convertible Chrysler Seabrings that we've seen driving by to the classic cars, everything you could possibly want is here.
The people of the Dream Cruise have done a fantastic job this year putting it together. It's sponsored by Chrysler, yes?
Oh,
Chevrolet.
yes.
Chevrolet sponsored it this year.
Boy, we don't want to get
this
that
year
one
and every
wrong.
year. No, we don't want to mess that up.
Yeah.
Channel 7 and WOMC are always out here every year doing a bang-up job, doing some streaming on the internet. Incidentally, we'll be streaming our coverage from this location the entire day long on DreamCruiseLive.com. So if you get a chance to go over there, if you don't get a chance the rest of the day to come down, at least you get a chance to see the cars going by and see what's happening, and maybe get your own car on. Maybe if you're driving your own car up and down here, you can watch it back later because we'll put tape up that you can check that stuff out. Bob's done a terrific job over at Dream Cruise Live at putting up a place where people can post photos, It's pretty engaging. It's active, and at least you can watch the show and participate that way.
You know, there's a video feed out here too. If you happen to come by our location where we're broadcasting from, you might have a chance to get your face on that video and then check it back on the playback.
Well, that's what that's the idea. And then now, what I wanted to tell people was, and I'm hearing my own feedback on the iHeart. I was checking the iHeart to see how we were coming across on the iHeart. It was pretty good. If you want to get on the contest, come down here if you can. I mean, that's what we're going to try and see if we can locate somebody who's listening on the radio who can spot us out at the Dream Cruise. If you can make it down here, we'll give you a prize just for doing that. First guy to make it down here, first girl to make it down here to our location. Again, we're between, what is the place called? I can't see, it's behind me.
The Cirilla's Adult Novelties.
Hey! He says I'm here.
You forgot we have speakers out on the live here.
He's the guy at the tent.
You're encouraging the walk-bys.
He's next door.
Tent folks are exempt.
10 folks are exempt, she says.
Between
They're like, oh, hey, you guys are gone. You're out of here.
You know.
We're between Planned Parenthood and Cirilla's right here on Woodward.
Look, give him a shirt. We said we'd give him a shirt. Give him a shirt.
I don't think you'd wear it if you gave it to him, but go ahead.
We'll give you a shirt for sure. It's a guaranteed blowout shirt.
Denise, you get to specially hand it to this guy.
I can't reach that. There we go.
There we go.
Aaron will help you.
So we're men of our words. You see, even the tent people count.
That's a cool shirt, too, by the way.
Nice tats, by the way.
Much cooler than the one I'm wearing.
So,
a lot of ink.
A lot of ink on that guy, yeah. So, look.
That's why he doesn't wear his shirt. He paid a lot
Find
for
us,
that.
locate us again. What's the name of the
business?
business?
Pays to advertise.
You know.
Cirilla, C-I-R-I-L-L-A-S.
He must have paid a lot for the underwear, too, because he's not wearing his pants.
So, between, are you getting some plumber action there? Is that what you're saying?
No crack action. Just some.
No plumber action.
Just some Hanes.
There's a segment of the population that oddly still finds it attractive.
Bob's running away with food.
Bob's got food.
Fair.
He's been eyeing that food since 8:30.
I know he's been buttering up the people next door for the food all day.
Sure.
So look, we're next to Cirilla's and the Planned Parenthood. It's about 9.5 on Woodward in Ferndale. Come check us out. We're only on the air until 1 o'clock. So
directly across the street from Detroit Comics,
northbound,
and the liquor
right?
store, and
we're on the northbound
side. Don't park on the other side. It's not a good cross.
You wouldn't want to park on Woodward anywhere today. I think that would be a mistake.
But it's amazingly easy to park on the side streets. I mean, don't take one of the main streets. Take a side street because there's still quite a bit of parking. I was pleased.
And look at all the people still using the citizens with their folding chairs, using the medians, getting out there to watch the cars today.
Look, this is nothing yet.
Spots.
Wait until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. You won't be able to move.
So get out here now, stake your space before they all go away. But right now, there's still some great opportunities for spots where you can get there and see and be part of the action.
We're on the south side of the cruise. Really, this is the south end of the cruise. This goes all the way up to nearly Pontiac, practically.
Yes, it does.
It does. It goes through the loop.
Yeah.
It's been a really, really long time.
It pretty much turns around at 8 Mile, and then how far does it go north on the drag?
Well, it goes up past 16, which is Quarton Road, up into Birmingham, I believe.
Yeah, like Birmingham.
It goes through the Woodward Loop right into Pontiac, and
then comes
right
back. There you go.
Yep.
So make your way around the loop. Wow,
look at that!
Cool as heck.
I don't know what that was, but it was.
That looked like maybe like a solar car or something. They just had those solar car races out in Ann Arbor.
Well, they also had didn't they have the green cruise recently? They had a green cruise where had to be all green cars.
As in green energy, not our kind of green.
No, well, our kind of green is a different kind of green.
It is.
Yep.
Ooh.
The green cruise could be all the expensive cars, really. That's what it could be.
Oh, that was a beautiful Camaro.
See, everybody's going to be distracted.
I'm so distracted.
Shiny.
That's what we're here for,
look,
though,
shiny
right?
things.
Yeah.
It's like a butterfly can fly around and you lose all of our attention.
And then you get a minivan. Like, get off Woodward. You're not allowed to. Ooh, what's
you
that?
see, the oohs and the ahs. There's no way around it.
Right.
All right, so let's talk a little. Let's talk a little bit about the show. There was some stuff. We had some stuff pass at the Senate level this week.
It passed in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Yes.
So we had the Senate Judiciary meet, and they passed the Walsh set of bills with amendments.
Yes.
And we should probably at least cover that a little bit.
Two of the four bills were amended. I was actually in the chamber for that, for all of that. 4834 was amended. 4851 was also amended. So although they're going to go to the Senate floor for a vote, they would then have to be ratified by the House of Representatives before they become law. However, 4853 and 4856 both have passed without amendments. Therefore, if the Senate votes for them, they immediately become law. And Senator Jones asked for immediate effect on all four bills. So that means within 30 days.
Let's explain that. September 11th, they're slated to go up to the whole Senate floor. Even though the Michigan Constitution requires 90 days before a bill goes into effect and becomes law, you can, with a supermajority vote, get immediate effect. And since these bills already need supermajority vote,
well, a couple of them.
Yeah, we're anticipating that they will.
Well, and also the governor doesn't need to sign them. They go into effect without the governor's signature because of that 3/4 effect deal.
That is correct, right. Now, 4856 is a 50% vote. It doesn't actually amend the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act itself. It amends a public health code for driving. But so that only requires a 50%. And there's still some debate as to whether or not that would require the governor's signature or not. In our community, we feel that it should. It's not a 3/4 vote. But I think that the legislators feel that it would be enacted simply by its passage from the Senate.
Now, what are some of the more objectionable things that was included in some of this legislation? Because I think we should...
There's a couple of things. One of the amendments that was issued made a modification to the outdoor growing rules, which stated that you cannot do any outdoor growing if your grow is visible from any adjacent property or any permanent structure.
So the word visible is the issue.
It certainly is. That means if you're next to a neighbor who has a third-floor house and out of his bedroom window he can see your entire backyard, there's nothing you can do to construct a structure back there short of a complete greenhouse that would allow you to legally grow under those circumstances.
But let's make something clear. It's not really considered legal to grow outside by law enforcement right now anyway. I'm not saying the amendment's good.
We're looking for some clarification.
The amendment does make it legal, though, Denise. So if the amendment passes, then it would be legal to grow outside.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't agree with the whole, if you can see it at all.
And we had negotiated with the House of Representatives to have that portion taken out originally in what they talked about. And then Senator Jones decided to put it back in.
Oh, yeah.
And there are lots of people, amazingly, who are still growing outside right now. And they're usually in rural areas, and they're getting the flyovers.
The hemp eradication program snacks so many patients every year who mistakenly do this, believing that they're complying with the law, but they're not. They don't have a felonious intent. They don't have mens rea, but they're still in violation.
Part of the grinding of the sausage of lawmaking at our state's legislature is what Senator Jones did to the community by way of not allowing public input with regards to the amendments. They allowed public input with regards to the legislation when they introduced the legislation, but when he passed those bills with amendments, he just read cards from people.
Well, I talked to Senator Bita about that after the same Senate Judiciary Chamber meeting itself.
You guys had Senator Bita on the Planet Green Trees radio show yesterday, or a couple days ago.
On Thursday evening, that's right. Yep, and he confirmed it there also, too, that technically Senator Jones didn't violate any rules because he doesn't have to allow testimony even though there's been amendments to it. We think that's incorrect law, that's incorrect government, but that's the way the rules read right now.
They do this all the time. They're not picking on us in any way by doing this to us.
Exactly.
This is one of the tricks that they pull.
That's right. Yep. And so that doesn't mean that they're being especially heinous towards us, but they're certainly using all the tricks in their bag. Same thing they do to squash the Planned Parenthood people from being able to speak and other folks that have positions they may not necessarily agree with.
So, as it stands right now, what does this mean? Basically, these are going to likely, the word is that a deal's been worked out between Walsh and Senator Jones.
Yes.
And that Walsh has the votes to pass this, and it's pretty much a done deal. So everybody should probably get ready for the laws, these bills, as they've been passed, to become law.
And I think...
Go ahead, Denise, please.
I think two other things that are notable, and Rick can add to this later if he wants.
Nice.
That's pretty. I'm getting distracted again.
I know. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Guys, we're looking at the cars.
Two things that are
It's hard
important.
to talk politics when all this prettiness is going by.
You made us start this.
I know I did, but I'm going to... Look, you
Starsky and Hutch.
You guys look at the pretty cars. I'll put the cars on camera while we talk politics.
All right. So one of the other bills is going to make you transport your medicine in a very particular way. So there will be transportation rules. And last night at the Ann Arbor conference when I was speaking, I called this akin to the seatbelt bill. It's kind of one of these things where it's saving you from yourself. It's already a bad idea to drive around with a joint in your ashtray. Not because I don't think it should be allowed, but because you're just asking for additional.
It's the appearance of impropriety.
You're asking for. You're giving police right now reasonable suspicion to continue the stop, continue a search, that kind of thing. It's one of these things that it's probably better that people do this than not. I would prefer not to make people do this, but it's a good idea. I've been telling people not to carry medicine in the interior of the vehicle for a while anyway. You can do with that what you will. The one I personally think is the most damaging is going to be the bill that puts the card information on the lien system. I don't
Mhm.
think there's any person out there that believes law enforcement will take information and will be conservative about it.
Responsible.
And will be,
Well,
be
let's
responsible with
just-
it. We can't tell law enforcement, look, you can only have this information under certain circumstances, but please don't abuse it. We
Well, let's
all
just
know
be
that
clear
that's
about
gonna
what
happen.
they're doing. Right now, if you want to access the registry, the only way they can do it is via card number. They can't do it by your name. They can't do it by your social. They can't do it by your
License
address.
plate.
Patient's or caregiver registry identification number as it appears on your card is the only way.
And they're not going to tell you the guy's name once you only call the card number in and find out if it's an active card or if it's not an active card. That's it. So it's either valid or invalid. That's all they get back.
Very true.
Police have always said that they don't like this idea. I'm just, playing devil's advocate.
Right.
Because when I pull you over, I can't tell if you're allowed to have this or not. If I don't have the card number or if I've got some other information.
If I'm planning to raid your house, I want to know if you're a caregiver. Right. That's the argument they always use.
Okay,
Right.
well, I'm just saying if I'm playing devil's advocate, I'm
Yep.
saying if I'm a policeman and I get information that makes me want to do an investigation on you, I've got no way to clear you out of the system by saying, well, look, he's got a card. That's their claim.
Right.
But really, how many guys are doing this?
Well, the other thing is that you're letting law enforcement police law enforcement, which is a bad idea because that almost never works.
And obviously, the practical effect of this is going to chill. It's going to chill people. The chilling effect means it's going to stop people from getting their cards, which
Well,
is going to do two things.
We're kind of skipping ahead of the
mainly.
game. I still kind of wanted to let people know because it's not just the police that are going to have access to this registry. Who else has access?
The list of law enforcement personnel with access to this is pretty extensive. Park rangers, contractors that are employed by the police department, anyone with the power to arrest or anyone with the power to access the lien system.
This
has
includes judges,
It
prosecutors,
does- they
it
also-
includes probation
city
officers, it
officials, too.
includes parole officers.
Yep. What we just saw, too, in Arizona, there was a report that just came out this week that revealed that the Arizona Police Department, which has a similar program, Arizona is a law enforcement community, accessed the registry database for employers to check pre-employment screening.
Look, this is private medical information, people,
Well,
and
not only that,
they're
it
using
shouldn't
it in this
be.
way.
The employment law on this is so unbelievably unsettled that I
Yes.
don't agree that any employer should be able to check a prospective employee's.
I didn't want to dive into all the little. I just wanted to give people an idea about who has access.
This is
Lots.
the dangers that we're working
And
towards.
But I mean,
right.
even on suspicion of these bills passing, people have been stopping getting their cards. So
Right, and that's where this is ultimately, because I believe you're right,
This is an
Denise,
enormous
that-
problem. It's going to
that-
do two things. It's going to make people more vulnerable to not being able to prove that they're valid patients, and it's also going to take a lot of revenue out of the LARA system and out of the. I mean, they're really, really biting off their noses.
So here's the really the come away from it. If you're going to give people that kind of access to the registry, nobody's going to want to register. So what you're going to end up doing is you're going to scare people out of going. They're going to get one certification or use the certification they have existing because that's good enough according to the law. If you're not going to have a card anyways, and then they're not going to register. They're not going to pay the state fee. They're going to dry up the LARA fund. And they're not going to be anybody around the registry anymore because they want that kind of prying eyes. Like they just want to open it up like it's. We might as well just publish it in the newspaper.
Well, the whole set of bills is designed to disencourage people from enrolling in the program. You're making it more difficult for doctors to write recommendations because you're changing the doctor-patient relationship. You're making it more difficult for people to just have normal use and access to their medicine by changing the way they transport it back and forth. There's a lot of things in these bills that are not positive for the community.
Right. So that's what's going on. Pay attention to what's happening. Get ready for it to become law because it's going to, I say.
Yes.
And then we're going to have to fight back. If you've got an opportunity to, I still say there's a chance. Talk to your senator. Talk to your representative. Get something done. Back with more on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show from the Dream Cruise next. Woo.
Got something to say? Call now toll free. 855-MMM Radio. The Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
Michigan Organic Solutions in Flint. Patients and caregivers joining together to provide premium quality medical marijuana, edibles, clones, and other natural products and accessories to eligible patients. Now get newly certified for just $99. $99. Or renewed for just $69. That's right, doctor renewals for just $69. Now at Michigan Organic Solutions, Dort Highway, Flint. And don't miss their Ann Arbor Medical Marijuana Conference at the Clarion in Ann Arbor next weekend. Michigan Organic Solutions.
MIOrganicsolutions.com.
The law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069.
If you or someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
When opening a marijuana-related business or club, it's vital that you obtain expert legal advice right away. 14-year legal veteran and respected field expert Denise Policella founded Cannabis Attorneys of Mid-Michigan to provide focused expertise to the developing industry. She's uniquely suited to help your business grow and remain open. And with attorney Timothy McDonald, now provides premier representation on criminal charges, raids, and asset forfeitures. Click on smallbusinesslegal.net or call 517-546-1181. That's 517-546-1181. Hey, Metro Detroit, come to Nature's Alternative, a clean, safe, secure cannabis provisioning center on the Grosse Pointe Detroit border on Mack Avenue. Nature's Alternative has a professional, knowledgeable, and friendly staff helping patients and caregivers daily with a complete line of medibles, concentrates, topicals, and raw flowers. You'll get only the best medical-grade cannabis produced by Michigan growers and caregivers at Nature's Alternative. Open 7 days a week. A proud supporter of the National Patient Rights Association. Details at naturesalternativeclinic.com or call 313-885-0000. That's 313-885-0000.
1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk. The Medical Marijuana Radio Show.
Little black submarines operate.
Okay, so we're back out here at the Dream Cruise in Ferndale. We're 9.5 in Woodward. Again, if you want to, win some prizes, we do have some awesome prizes. We'll play a contest with you. You got to know something about last week's show, though.
Did you already say what the prizes were?
It's the Bolt. You can pick from the Bolt. The Bolt is a titanium bolt made by the-bolt.com. If you look online, you can check them out.
I've seen that. That's pretty cool.
They've also got an advertising banner on our website at radioweedshow.com. You can check it out very easily.
Very cool equipment.
You can pick between that. And the vaporizer, the Dragonlight Easy Vaporizer. It's from Puff Danny's on 4th Street in Wyandotte.
Yay!
Go down and check out Puff Danny's. He's got all the glass stuff you could ever want out there. He's a supplier for most of the glass people halfway across this side of the country.
Puff Danny's really does a great job of supporting the community through different events. They just had an event earlier this year, an open house. A lot of fantastic people in our community. He's a real good example of that.
And if you want to check out the Bolt people, now what that is it's for concentrates. It's basically for earwax or oil.
It's a really neat thing.
Use it in like a bong type device, or sometimes you have a bowl that will fit in a bowl type device.
And it basically provides a platform for you to put the concentrates on so that you can more efficiently use it as medication. It's really neat. It prevents burns. It's a nice little device.
It's an instant, quick delivery device.
You bet.
No mess, no fuss. It's clean.
Boy, and nice materials too. When we utilized it the other day, there was no machine smell, no metal fatigue, anything at all.
Well,
it was
made
really
of titanium.
Good.
That's
great.
But if you want to equip your place, your establishment, they sell them wholesale. The-bolt.com. Check them out.
I'm seeing them all over the place now. They're very successful. Everybody recognizes a good product when they see one.
I used it this morning before we came out here.
Woo, Steve. That's why we're having problems, huh?
Well,
I got no problems whatsoever.
If you're out of oil, you could pawn
That's
it.
the problem. You're out of oil. That's the problem.
Titanium, always a good choice.
So what I'm saying is you can pick between those two prizes. We got them both offered for up for grabs. And we'll give you a consolation Cedar Point tickets because what are we doing?
Halloween
weekends, September 29th. We're going to offer up on the website pretty soon. We haven't had a chance to get Bob to put the link up, but you can get discount tickets if you want to come on September 29th to Halloween weekends. With us, we're going to be doing a live broadcast from the park that day.
As if this radio show isn't scary enough already.
Oh, good Lord. There's skeletons in everybody's closet, but they come out on that day.
Denise. Denise has
Halloween
no
weekend.
skeletons, only white leather interiors in her back.
I don't know. I'm not going to go into the. She's got the mic way down. You can't hear a word she's saying.
Well, I can't get a word in edgewise today, so I'm just waiting
Go ahead.
for something to
You
say.
can't get a word in? When does that
Tell
happen?
us what you got.
Nothing.
See, nothing?
No, I'm just going to sit back
Her
today.
one word
Cedar
is
Point.
nothing.
That's my word
Glad
today.
you got it in,
Nothing.
though.
I'm
So
just watching the
come
pretty
and find
cars
us.
go by.
We'll play the contest with you if you can locate us.
But, we got some great people that have helped us get on the air today. Woodward Health Solutions is another one of those that's made it possible for us to do this broadcast. We talked about their open house and their farmers market that's going on right now. Who else helped us out today, Steve?
You've got Detroit Alternative Medicine.
Mack Avenue in Detroit, Alternative.
It's Nature's Alternative.
Nature's Alternatives, absolutely. That's a great.
They're
safe
they're
transfer
right
point.
there. No, they're on the corner of, or they're on the Grosse Pointe Detroit border.
Exactly right. Yeah, and they're another one of those organizations, another one of those companies that participates in a lot more than just retail or a lot more than just safe transfer. They're participating in the political process by being a member of, I believe, NPRA.
Yeah, they're a proud supporter of the National Patient Rights Association.
Fantastic. You like to see people contributing to things bigger than themselves, to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem.
And you got the fine folks at Helping Hands.
Yep, again, another NPRA sponsor, too, Steve and Bobby over at Helping Hands. Fantastic community members.
I was just over there yesterday. You can check out the link online. There's a GPS link on the Facebook post. You go to my Facebook page, you'll see. But you can find those guys.
Easy to do. Good, good.
And then who else? You got Puff Danny's on 4th Street in Wyandotte.
Yep.
You've got thebolt.com.
Ant Farm, those guys are good to us, too.
Ant Farm, they're going to be out here. They should be out here now. Ant Farm, if you're listening, well, we're looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
We got some stuff to pass out to people. Ant Farm is a mobile dispensary service. So wherever you're at in this area, they serve. If you can hear the sound of our voice, they'll serve you.
Well, let's talk about some attorneys, too. Hopefully you'll never need one, but if you do, locally here we have Glenn McCandless and Howell. We have the Mid-Michigan. I'm proudly wearing the shirt for the Cannabis Attorneys of Mid-Michigan. And then, of course, on the west side, we've got Targowski and Grow, who are huge sponsors of ours. And all of those people participate in more than just the legal issues themselves. They crusade for our cause as well.
Speaking of. And, you can need me even if you don't want to need me criminally. I do business transactions. So
You
I do
can
that.
need
I do
me
the
even
happy.
if you don't wanna?
Well, you hope you don't need these guys. I agree. I would rather not
Everybody needs Denise.
I would.
Everybody wants a little Denise
See what I was talking about?
sometimes.
See what I was talking about?
It's not karaoke. Don't start the karaoke.
Hey,
Let's
karaoke
clarify.
goes with muscle cars.
Lots
It's
and
kind of
lots and lots of criminal defense attorneys out there who are extraordinarily good at helping medical marijuana patients. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you are in trouble, please find somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yes.
But if you are not in trouble, come see me. I do the fun part of medical marijuana
But you do business law, too,
I do
Denise,
business law.
right?
That's my bread and butter.
Yep.
I've been a business transactions and corporate attorney for almost 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so my specialty and my forte is starting and counseling medical marijuana-based businesses and other small businesses of course too, but that's what we're here for today.
And that website is cannabisattorneysofmidmichigan.com, right?
That's it.
Cannabis
That's it.
Attorneys of Mid-Michigan. If you do a really tight pull-in on my breast, you can see that.
Oh, do you get the man boobs going on? That's nasty.
I have beautiful man
Nice
breasts.
shirt.
Yes, and we, a
Well,
lot
they're
of
not
the
they're not back boobs, are they? Because those are even worse.
Hey, do I look like I have back boobs?
a lot
Do I
of the
need to show 'em
attorneys,
off?
a lot of the attorneys in this area do a fantastic job of going out in the communities and trying to educate and speak because it's very, very difficult to find good, accurate advice on medical marijuana law.
So many people have questions, legal questions. I mean, I'll bet you get bombarded from people
I
who
do.
just want to pick your brain.
Well, and that's why I try to do public speaking as much as possible because it's the rumor mill is really hard to fight sometimes. People come into my office with all sorts of crazy stuff they've heard from the local water cooler, and
Right.
it's not a good platform for action.
And you were just at the Clarion last night doing the legal seminar.
I was just going to say, that's a great platform for speaking. You did the speaking? Were there a lot of people out there?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a lighter crowd last night. I expect it's going to pick up quite a bit today because it's Saturday, and actually Rep. Colton's going to be out there today.
Rep. Colton. Got to go out and see the Rep. Colton.
If you're not going to make it this far east and you're in the Ann Arbor area, the Clarion in Ann Arbor is where this is being held, and the Thunderbolt, the Bolt people are out there today.
Yeah, they're out there. If you want to grab the Bolt, you can get it just hands-on. like $35 and $45 depending on whether you get the
Right,
Bolt
there's
or
the Bolt
the
or the
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt, right? And it's
the
it's
Thunderbolt's
interesting.
designed
They'll
for
do-
multiple uses. If you got like 3 or 4 people that are trying
Yeah.
to medicate at the same time, that's what that's
and
for.
If you're into cars like you're out here at the Woodward Dream Cruise, definitely come to the Clarion because there's an awful lot of race crews that are spending the weekend at the Clarion. Along with the conference, too, because of the races going on at the Brickyard.
the NASCAR, right.
We saw a ton of guys wearing their NASCAR shirts. You could get your
I saw a
picture
ton of
taken
guys,
with-
period. Clarion's
Yeah,
calling
I
up
bet
them.
you
It wasn't
did,
bad.
Denise.
I wasn't
The radar
upset.
was on.
It was the Milo meet up there. Huh?
I wasn't that upset.
She wasn't upset.
Everybody
guys-
needs Denise.
Back to the karaoke again.
Hunky guys that throw around rubber, right? Yeah.
You can dress them up. You can't take them anywhere, folks.
Oh, that's it. You can scrub our faces, but not our minds. That's fine. All
The
right.
boys out of the gutter.
The
but-
Clarion, what do they got going on out there this weekend?
It's the Medical
Ben
Marijuana
at
Conference,
Michigan
right.
Organic Solutions.
Yep, Ben
Yep,
Ben
Ben and
Horner
Ed.
and Ed Gorski from Michigan Organics, yes.
Yeah, and they do this every 6 months, and they've done a fantastic job. It's always at the Clarion. It's every like February and August, right?
Fantastic.
If they
And,
Puff Danny should be out there. I'm not sure if they are or not. They were
I didn't
before.
see Puff Danny out there yesterday. I saw Haas, the T-shirt guy.
Haas is everywhere.
There's
yeah,
a half a dozen, about a dozen vendors out there really
Yep.
doing a good job.
a couple of wellness clinics from Ann Arbor
Yes,
that are always
the hemp
displaying
guys.
out there.
Look,
Yep. Hemp T-shirts.
We missed the.
And then the guy with the
No,
little
we saw
box,
him.
the
We
lot,
saw him.
the lot.
The two
They're
girls.
looking out for our
we didn't catch
safety.
him on camera though.
Yeah, we should have said Medical
yeah.
Marijuana Radio Show.
It is the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. What do you know?
Yeah.
Hey,
We
and
just
then
had to say that because the police were walking
Oh,
by.
they're
We
right
love you,
there.
Mr. Policeman.
to protect.
They do
today,
platonically. we love
today
you.
they're doing their
I'm
jobs.
just telling you, the policemen work so hard out here at the Dream Cruise
They
on a
do.
Saturday. Look, a lot of them get called in for overtime and stuff. You know, thank goodness for the local guys that come
Well,
out here
and we don't
support
want
this
to
because look,
disparage all of them.
without
a lot
the
of them are
barricades
just
and
doing
without
their
the
jobs.
extra police support, none of this stuff would happen.
Yep,
so
that's-
we like the guys. out
and it's a safe environment for your children to come down. You can guarantee that there's not going to be any
But it's
obstructions on the sidewalk that's going to
It's still
trip
fun
or
to say
be a
Medical
hazard.
Marijuana Radio Show with the police
I
are
really
going by.
like it. It still gives me a thrill.
It's getting
know,
easier.
I'm gonna say it's a safe environment for your children, but some of these people need to put shirts on. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, there's tons of airplanes dragging banners up
use
there.
use your own discretion, but please, for the love of God.
Hey, I'm not a bodybuilder, but I might strip this shirt off later.
Oh no! Look, didn't you say you had the back boobs going on?
I did not
you
say
said
that.
that.
I said,
okay. All right.
He said
That was
man
that.
boobs.
Hey, look,
He
I'm
just
just
keeps
protecting
saying
myself.
There's
do
a
I need
mental image of me,
do I
Steve,
need
that
the really
disturbs
dark
me. Thank you very
sunglasses
much.
now? Because I just want to make sure.
The welding glasses come out.
I will be like reflecting back to
Do I have to
satellites
pretend
in
I'm looking at
space,
an
yes.
eclipse? Because I'll get that stuff out if I need to.
Mini sun on Woodward Avenue as Rick Thompson takes his shirt off. Blinding all other car drivers.
So, do you guys want to place a personal bet on whether or not we're going to get somebody to find us from on the air? Because I don't know.
I don't want to bet against
I would
us,
like
so.
to think that somebody's making their way through the Dream Cruise to find the 1310. Look, there's a
All three of those
1310
guys have
banner
big
right
guns.
hanging on the fence.
Those three guys have big guns
And the
over
building.
there.
There's
Yeah.
one hanging on the
Wow.
building.
Hey, guys.
There's guys.
Guys with guns. We love it.
It's just like what is that? The Arts Beats and Eats. You were talking about the guns at the
open
Arts.
carry. Exactly right. If you can see it, if you can snatch it off their waist, you get it.
Now don't be
Ta-da.
encouraging people, Rick.
Oh my!
Like
It's like
they
a
didn't think
game.
about that already. Yes.
So we're having a great time out here at the Woodward Dream Cruise. It's 1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk with the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. We'll hear us here every Saturday. Well, not here, not at this particular spot, but you can hear us on the radio every Saturday from noon until 1 o'clock on RadioWheatShow.com and in various and sundry other places. We got a YouTube channel and yada yada yada, Facebook, etc.
Yada yada yada.
You know, people get tired of hearing all that, but we're everywhere, and we happen to incidentally be the #1 medical marijuana radio show in the whole state.
According to Arbitron.
Planet.
Yay!
Let's go for planet.
Arbitron says so.
On the whole planet.
On the
Let's
whole-
just say it.
I'd
Like
like-
anyone's going to figure that out.
I don't know.
The
Are we
attorney's
even allowed to-
advising us to not be honest on the radio.
Exaggerate. No, I didn't say don't be honest.
Exaggerate. I like that.
So we've been pulled aside by the sound of the music. That means we got to go to break. So this is the last segment coming up. We're hoping that the contest is going to work out. Come and find us on Woodward at the Dream Cruise. It's the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. Come see us.
More of your calls next on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. The Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
If you are a carded Michigan medical marijuana patient with a need for safe access but have reservations about privacy and discretion, there is an answer. It's the Ant Farm. The Ant Farm is Metro Detroit's trusted professional mobile transfer service. Write this toll-free number down, 888-369-3320. Lab-tested, mold and pesticide-free. It's the Ant Farm's convenience you'll try, but quality standards, privacy, and friendly professionals that will bring you back. The Ant Farm comes to you. Call for discreet details right away. 888-369-3320.
The law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll-free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069.
If you or someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
Introducing the Bolt, an incredible tool patients and caregivers find invaluable. It's widely known that concentrates are an effective yet expensive quick fix for pain and nausea, but oils and earwax are messy and easy to waste. The Bolt is made of titanium, just a dab, easy to use. No mess, no expensive waste. Get the Bolt of the new Thunderbolt, made in the USA, right here in Michigan. Details on how to equip your club or dispensary at the-bolt.com or call 586-540-7582. The Bolt, 586-540-7582. When opening a marijuana-related business or club, it's vital that you obtain expert legal advice right away. 14-year legal veteran and respected field expert Denise Policella founded Cannabis Attorneys of Mid-Michigan to provide focused expertise to the developing industry. She's uniquely suited to help your business grow and remain open. And with attorney Timothy McDonald, now provides premier representation on criminal charges, raids, and asset forfeitures. Click on smallbusinesslegal.net or call 517-546-1181. That's 517-546-1181. Hey, Metro Detroit, come to Nature's Alternative, a clean, safe, secure cannabis provisioning center on the Grosse Pointe Detroit border on Mack Avenue. Nature's Alternative has a professional, knowledgeable, and friendly staff helping patients and caregivers daily with a complete line of medibles, concentrates, topicals, and raw flowers. You'll get only the best medical-grade cannabis produced by Michigan growers and caregivers at Nature's Alternative. Open 7 days a week. A proud supporter of the National Patient Rights Association. Details at naturesalternativeclinic.com or call 313-885-0000. That's 313-885-0000.
1310 WDTW, Detroit's Progressive Talk.
Okay, so we don't have that much time left on the show today. About 9 or 10 minutes left before we got to say goodbye and get out of here. Boy, the show goes so fast. It's just.
Are we saying goodbye or are we going to stream?
Oh, we're not going to streak.
Stream.
I thought you said streak.
I like that idea, though.
Stream.
Streaking.
Stream.
I'm all about to. Is this the Ann Arbor Mile? Did it start right now? It's not starting at the Dream. Okay. The Naked Mile did not start at the Dream Cruise this year.
No,
we're not technically going away.
So we're going to go off the air on 1310 a.m., but are we going to remain broadcasting?
Well, look, you want to stick around on 1310 because the Homegrown Report's coming up.
Right, but our broadcast will continue, though, on
our stream, our live stream of the coverage will continue on DreamCruiseLive.com. If you want to, we're going to switch over to DreamCruiseLive.com and catch the rest. We'll be here the rest of the day talking about cars, showing you cars, seeing what's going on. There we go.
Right there, yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Now we're talking.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
So this is a GTO. Look at that.
You don't have to look at it.
That's America, people.
Now,
that's America.
We're gonna get the camera on it there. Hang on, let me put the.
Yeah.
Dude, Camaros make me so hot.
Okay.
My pants are tight.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the car you just heard there.
That's a nice flipping car.
That is a really nice car.
Blowing 468 in that thing.
Now Ryan's on camera right now. Ryan's our intern from Specs Howard, graduating recently this summer. We love the people at Specs Howard. They're busy over helping the people at OMC. and Channel 7 pulling their broadcasts off. Those guys really need to lean on the Specs Howard guys a lot sometimes. So we thank the guys from Specs Howard. They're awesome. Can you go over with the microphone and talk to them a little bit about, we got Ryan bringing him. Brian's going to do his first post-Specs Howard radio interview.
Yes.
All right, we got Chris here. Chris, can you tell us a little bit about your car?
It's a 1968 Camaro SS. It's a blown big block Chevy, 468. It's punched out about 60 over. It's pushing about 635 horsepower to the rear wheels. It has a 4-speed Muncie transmission, GM 12-bolt with a 373 positive rear end, Caltrax, slicks on the back, open headers. You can drive it on the street.
You can hear them open headers.
I have no idea what he just said, but I'm all
what
tingly.
you can do with this.
He's going to give us an example here. Nice.
How many miles are on it?
That gets like 0.5.
I'm sorry, Chris, what was that?
I think, right?
So you can drive this car with it open headers, like this, or when the cops show up.
He's got the stealth.
Oh, he's got a dial down on it.
He's got stealth mode. That's bad.
That's fantastic.
That's really, really cool.
You can dial down the headers. That's badass.
That is cool.
So you showed me something I've never seen before in my entire life.
Chris, is this your first car? Did you build this?
No, it's not my first car. I've had this car since 2006. I've redone the whole drivetrain. A friend of mine painted a lot of the car. I bought it from a place called Southern Motors. It had a big block in it. When I first got it, it only had 178 horsepower. Well, that kind of pissed me off, so we did a little work to that, boost it up a little bit more.
Well, 468 cubic centimeters of
it is
power.
a beautiful
Holy
car.
cow.
It's really nice.
Are you gonna be?
You had a car before this?
Yeah, I had a 70 Dodge Charger. This car's been at Autorama 2 years ago.
Been at Autorama? That's fantastic.
Autorama. It's won Best of Show and a bunch of different car shows and special interest group. It's a pretty clean car.
Where do you take her?
Where do I keep it?
Yeah, where do you take her? I mean, just to the Dream Cruise? Do you show it off?
No, I go on different car shows all over. East Point with the East Point Cruise,
right.
Clinton Township Cruise. I mean, I drive the car. I don't let it sit. I mean,
so how
it's
many
not
miles
a
are on
trailer
it?
queen.
How many miles are on it now?
Since I rebuilt it, 2,557.
Wow.
All right.
Nice.
Well, it's relatively new.
That is one sweet ride.
Oh, thank you.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It's just one of the ones that we'll feature here today during our coverage on DreamCruiseLive.com.
We want to thank you, Chris. We appreciate you bringing that over for us to look at. It is a beautiful car. I got one more question. What do you got wrapped up in it?
You'll never tell that.
The base car cost me $26,000.
Whoa!
From Southern Motors, rust-free. Hell,
and that's when in 2006, where the muscle car industry, the muscle car market was pretty high. It went up. I had it appraised at one point for $40,000. I dropped it down to about 32. I don't know. I probably got about another 10 grand into it, so it's about 32, 34.
Is the color that you have it painted now original to the Camaro? I mean,
it's close to an original color, but it's not. It's one of the blues, but it's not the real blue that was supposed to be on it. This car actually, the paint coat on it is British Racing Green.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we just got
once again, Chris. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for letting us have your car.
Hey, do you belong to a car club? Do you belong to a car club, Chris?
No, I don't.
No, well, you ought to start one because you got to,
all you clubs out there should recruit Chris.
A couple of them, but I'm not like involved in one.
Right. I look. The whole car thing is
fantastic.
It's a new thing for me. I'm really ignorant when it comes to the cars.
They're
just awesome vehicles.
Thank you.
Great.
So
we have a special guest.
We just got a couple of minutes left in the show, and we were trying to get somebody to come by to
Thank you,
locate
Chris.
us on the air for a prize. And so we had somebody wander in. Did you happen to hear us on the radio?
I just happened to hear you broadcasting live.
Was it with a radio or was it with an earshot?
Within earshot.
Oh, they heard us.
I don't have a radio on my two-wheel.
But he came voluntarily. We didn't have to go tackle him or anything. He drove right up here.
You've got a great T-shirt. What's your name?
Ron Elworth.
Rano? Now, Ron, where are you from? Are you from this area?
I live right down the street.
Oh, okay, so you're from the Ferndale area.
He's actually a published medical marijuana author, too. Tell him about that.
Well, I wrote a little piece about how the Oakland County Sheriff's Department are not exactly doing their jobs.
Oh, and you got some notoriety over it, yes?
Well, it appears that when the county or the local police department go into court and tell you that they've tested marijuana and give you all the results of their tests, that they may be breaking the law themselves, because the law itself says that no one can test marijuana for any reason.
Listen, I'm going to ask you a real quick question because we got just seconds left on the air. Do you use any concentrates at all?
I legally
no?
am not able to answer that.
No, okay, well, there you go. See, well,
although I do stand before a bush while it burns without a flame.
There you go. She's got the burning bush.
counsel.
I tell you what, would you like to come to Cedar Point with us on September 29th?
That'd be great.
Well, good. We'll give you Cedar Point tickets. We got a T-shirt for you. Thanks for Dan for coming by and finding us at the show here.
I appreciate it.
We'll call that a win. We'll put that in the W column. We'll be back next week with more on the Medical Marijuana Radio Show. Stand by for the Homegrown Report on 1310 WDTW.
The Medical Marijuana Radio Show and RadioWeedShow.com are trademarks. Copyright 2011.
The Medical Marijuana Radio Network.
The comments, ideas, and opinions expressed in the preceding program are those of the show participants only. Nothing stated in this program reflects the ideas, opinions, or beliefs of this radio station and or Clear Channel Radio. This is Detroit's Progressive Talk, 1310 WDTW, Dearborn, Detroit. Listen on iHeartRadio.